Farmers have been protesting in and around the national capital for months now. They've braved water cannons, barricades, harsh winters and much more. While the deadlock between the agitated farmers and the central government is yet to be resolved, the National Investigation Agency, or the NIA, is sending notices to a number of people who have come out in support of these protesting farmers. Among those summoned by the NIA are farmers, shopkeepers, actors, activists and journalists from Punjab and Haryana. Now, what are the charges or the case, if one may ask? NIA has alleged that the individuals named in the case are involved with the pro-Khalistan organization Sikhs for Justice organization in terror funding. The FIR filed by the NIA mentions that the organization was sending foreign funds through NGOs to pro-Khalistani elements for on-ground campaign and propaganda against Government of India. To begin with, let's first understand what is Sikhs for Justice. Sikhs for Justice, formed in 2007, is a US-based group demanding a separate homeland for Sikhs or a Khalistan in Punjab. The legal advisor of the body, Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, has been designated as a terrorist by the Union Ministry of Home Affairs. According to the FIR registered by the NIA, Sikhs for Justice, an unlawful association under the UAPA Act and other Khalistani terror outfits, has entered into a conspiracy to create an atmosphere of fear and lawlessness and to cause disaffection in people towards rising in rebellion against the Indian government. The FIR says that the funds are being collected abroad for on-ground campaign and propaganda against the missions in countries like the US, UK, Canada, Germany and so forth. On 15th of December last year, the NIA registered a case in New Delhi under Section 120B, which refers to criminal conspiracy, 124A, which is sedition, 153A, which is promoting enmity between different groups on ground of religion, race, place of birth, residence, and much more, and doing acts prejudicial to the maintenance of harmony, and other charges under the IPC and the UAPA. Incidentally, the case was registered around a fortnight after farm activists reached the national capital border to lodge their protest against the farm laws. The FIR mentioned that large amounts of funds collected are being sent through NGOs to pro-Khalistani elements based in India to undertake terrorist acts and to strike terror in the people of India. It also mentioned that Sikhs for Justice leadership has planned large-scale disruptive activities intended to damage government and private property and also disrupt supplies and services essential to the life of the community in India. These charges and allegations are extremely scathing and serious. But on what basis have these charges been imposed on the individuals? Farmers leader Baldev Singh Sirsa, a Punjabi actor, and activist Deep Sindhu, a Punjab-based television journalist Jasbir Singh, and activist Gurpreet Singh, popularly known as Mintu Malwa, are among those who have received the notices by the NIA. Around 40 people have also been called for questioning as witnesses under Section 160 of the CRPC. They include 12 journalists, actor Deep Sindhu, Khalsa Aid All India head, and transporters who have given vehicles for free to help the agitation. Some of the others who have received summons by the NIA see it as an attempt to defame the farm agitations or protests. The Central Probing Agency has summoned Baldev Singh Sirsa, the president of Lok Bhalai Insaf Welfare Society, which is among the 40 farmer unions engaged in talks with the government over the new farm laws. Sirsa and many others who were summoned by the NIA didn't turn up for questioning at the NIA headquarters in New Delhi and also said that they are not scared by these notices. Sirsa said that the government failed to derail the agitation through the Supreme Court, so they are now using the National Investigation Agency. Baltej Pannu, a freelance TV journalist, said that serving NIA notices to journalists is an attack on press freedom. Others said that the government is scared and is looking for ways to save its skin. The government has said that all those who have been summoned by the NIA have recently received funds from abroad from sources that appear doubtful. It also said that the NIA is looking at open funding platforms such as GoFundMe, where they claimed that more than $1 lakh has been collected in the name of farmers' protest. Condemning and protesting against the government's action, the All India Kisan Sabha has asked the government to bring to public notice and legally proceed against evidence of such anti-national elements if it has any. Meanwhile, the Shiromani Akali Dal chief Sukhbir Singh Badal has accused the centre of intimidating the farmers through central agencies. Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh has also said that the centre is using arm-twisting methods to weaken the farmers' fight and the protests. Many other leaders in the opposition have said that the centre has unleashed its pet agency, referring to the NIA, on farmer unions that are protesting against the farm laws. The notices sent by the NIA have raised some crucial questions. First, on what basis has the terror funding case been filed? Does the NIA have any evidence to support their claims? Second, is this an attempt to silence the voices of protesting farmers since the deadlock between the farmers and the centre has not been resolved?